I'm Edie Lush, and I'm inside the Hub Culture Studio, Davos 2019. Really pleased to be joined by Abha Joshi-Ghani. She's a senior advisor and head of infrastructure finance and public-private partnerships at the World Bank. Thanks for coming along.
Thank you.
Tell me what a smart city means to you.
So, smart city is a term which is used so widely by everybody, and I think it means different things to different people, but I think more easily it gets interpreted as using widgets and sort of neat little things for the city. But I think for me, smart city basically means a city which is able to deliver the services to its citizens more efficiently, more innovatively, and in a resilient and inclusive way. And you may ask, how does that happen? And or what the way that I bring digital or smart into into these four categories is that using digital and the Internet of Things to, in fact, leapfrog in terms of providing services. Because today we know that, the major urbanization which is happening is all happening in developing countries and specifically in Asia and Africa. We know that the West and Latin America have more or less urbanized. 80% of urbanization has been achieved there. So here we find developing country cities with not adequate financing, burgeoning and bursting at the seams with people moving in. Some 3 million people move to cities every week. And
it's an extraordinary number, actually. 3 million people every week.
That's right, and about 200,000 a day. And a few years ago, I had heard that 11 people settle in Lagos, Nigeria, every hour.
Wow.
And that is shocking. And that gives you a sense of, how huge
and unstoppable it is as well,
right? It is
right?
unstoppable.
Yeah.
And it is unstoppable because cities are the engines of growth.
Yeah.
80% of the world GDP is produced in cities, right? But why do people move to cities? Because
well, that's where the jobs are.
Path to prosperity
inevitably
runs through cities.
Yeah.
And there is, I don't think that we should look at this false dichotomy of urban-rural. And, people are moving from rural areas, as you said, to look for jobs, to look for opportunities, the ladder of growth, the aspirations that they have. So cities will get these people.
Give me an example of something where you've seen digital enable something within a city, helping a developing country leapfrog a richer country.
So I don't know if I could give you an example where a developing country is leapfrogging. I'm sure there are many at the back of my mind, but not coming to right now.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Not at all, but I can say that, if you're specifically talking about cities, let's take two key things, two key challenges. One is congestion, right? The more roads you build, the more people will come. You build it and they'll come, and we find that especially in developing countries, as people are getting more into middle class, can afford more cars, we find, the roads are totally congested. And that's where we find that, using traffic sensors, using just GPS information and, information from taxi drivers, that city management can see where the traffic congestion is and how to release and the flow of that traffic. Even how to run their public transport. At what time in the night are people congregating in which part of the city? So let's put more buses there at midnight rather than a place where there is no cellular activity. So very, very simple example. Solid waste is another one. We find that mostly in solid waste, cities actually struggle to pick up the waste on time, to take it to transfer stations and so on. But now we find that with intelligent systems, you can have sensors on these big, what do you call them, garbage,
Yeah.
big garbage cans, which tell you the garbage can is full,
Yeah.
not full, the truck should come this way, how much has the truck picked up. It's just efficiently, I'm just
Yeah.
saying it in a very layperson's language, but it's just the efficiency of delivering the same services with the same number of people and the same number of assets, let's say the same vehicle fleet for solid waste, but doing it fast, and that's the efficiency bit. That's the innovation too of you being able to use sensors.
Well, I want to keep going, but we're going to have to leave it there. I
sure.
really appreciate your time. Thanks for coming into the Hub Culture studio, and I'm Edie Lush.